You are not in the frame.
I move.
I move.
Move. Move. Tea time.
Tea time.
Snacks with tea.
Snacks with tea. In bad weather.
In horrid weather. It's raining and pouring.
Yes. Kiri is an Irishman.
Don't offend all the Irish people.
Why?
Why you shouldn't offend them? Because they're angry and like potatoes.
It's not a bad thing that you're, if I say that you're Irish person. Okay. It's cute. You're a good, idol for that. I want to be Irish person.
Irish idol.
Well, welcome guys.
Welcome to Tea and Tarot.
Tea and Tarot, yes.
Okay, so we have decided to make a series together, basically. It's gonna alternate between Sandra's channel, as you very well know, as you're watching this video. We're starting with the full number 0 on Sandra's channel, and we're gonna work through, hopefully, like the entire classical tarot deck, and talk about the classical meanings, our interpretation, reversed, basically everything you would need to know about a card would be here.
Yeah.
You know? In order for you to read by yourself. If you're seeking knowledge, you have come to the right playlist.
Yes!
Basically. Right?
And it's going to be a magical playlist.
Oh yes, full of tea and tarot.
Yes!
Yes.
We are healthy tea drinkers.
Well, that's what we tell ourselves. We don't have 2 bags of chips laying over there.
No. Well, we're not going to eat them now.
True.
And we have magical different cards we are going to show you guys.
Yes, like we have collected all the different tarot decks we could come across basically right now, and yeah, we're gonna show you the difference and what everything.
Hello, we have matching cups too.
We do. Yes, because it's not jokes. This is serious.
This is serious.
I don't know what's happening.
I don't know, but I like it.
Oh, shall we clink and Sibi?
Okay. Clink. Ooh.
This is very lemony. I actually like it a lot.
Tropical!
Yeah, it is what it says it was. Wonder. Imagine that.
Imagine that. This is wild berries.
Wild berries, and I'm drinking lemon tea.
Alrighty.
Shall we crank up the first card?
Yeah.
So in this series we're always gonna start with the Fool in the classical Rider-Waite.
Exactement.
Should we tell them why we start with this one?
Yes.
Yes. We start with this one because this is the one you will find in books. It's the one you will find in interpretations in general. That's why we thought the classical Rider-Waite was a good place.
It's the normal
to start, one. Because it's basically what you would find everywhere.
It's the OG Fool.
It's the OG Fool, basically. So do you wanna talk a bit about it?
The Fool is all about taking chances, taking the steps, and trusting the steps. Trusting new beginnings. Mm-hmm. Also with all the yellow, it's all about going after your happiness.
Right.
And the little dog is, a lot of the times it's like your follower, it's your higher self, or it's like your spirit guide or your angels, like whatever you believe in.
Yeah.
And the mountains are all about the lessons on the way.
Mm-hmm. I did also read something about that the sack is that, like, you're supposed to leave the majority of your baggage in the past. Like, you're moving forward, you're moving to new things. That's why he's not bringing anything more, not like a huge giant suitcase, because,
Which is funny if you think about that card, because he's actually...
Yeah.
You guys are going to see, but...
Yes.
It's very interesting with what Kiri is talking about.
Yeah. But it is a lovely card, full of new beginnings and new... And new starts.
Plus, a little hint is that he is holding the flower that is on the death card. So it is all about a new beginning. Like, what do you call that?
Starting fresh.
Yeah.
Like
but rebirth. That
rebirth,
was
yeah.
Yes.
Like full circle, basically.
Yes, exactly. So, yeah.
Because the Fool is basically like a journey in through life, and the Major Arcana is a journey through life, right?
Yes, exactly.
Basically. So, Should we talk a bit about the reverse meaning before we move on?
Yes, let's do the reversed.
Okay, so the reverse meaning is if you would like turn the card over and it looks like this instead of like upside down, or yes, upside down instead of the right way up. It basically means that that you would be going into something recklessly, like you would think before you were speaking, or you would do something without thinking about the consequences necessarily, and that is, it is what the Fool is about, but then not really, because it's like taking irresponsible chances. That is the Fool reversed, right?
Yeah. Again, it depends on other cards too, but if it's just a Fool, you know, it's
if it's a one card reading, then yes.
Irresponsible. And other people also have this, like, you know, in other combinations, that you are not foolish enough to take the steps because you're afraid. So you can put it many ways with the Fool.
Definitely.
But I love the Fool.
Yeah, me too. It's a beautiful card in general.
Yeah.
And also it can give so many different meanings depending on how the Fool is depicted, which we are also going to go through
it's so
here in a
interesting.
second.
Yeah.
But like the same but very different still.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Should we go through some different ones?
Yes.
Should we start? Is this not like these two maybe
there
most
must
obvious?
be like close by.
The most obvious. So here we have the same Fool but from a different angle basically. So you can tell it's like from behind. What is the deck called again? Behind the scenes.
It's the new vision.
Oh, it's a new vision. It's the same deck I have actually. It was my first deck. I should know this, but this got me confused because my background is green.
Yeah, it's because I got the limited.
So fancy, yeah. But here you can actually see like some different things depicted. You can actually see a volcano here.
Yeah.
So like he might be going towards danger, like towards explosion.
Also that,
and like towards like explosive events.
Yeah.
Like some really like life-changing stuff. Like is ahead of him here.
But it can also again be not being afraid of.
Yeah. Like facing what you need to face and face your fears and stuff like that. And that is one of the things that you can tell is very different about these two cards, because here it's very much about, you know, like calm, and you know there's still like the leap of faith is still there and the mountains are still there, but like the explosion is not there. You know,
like
so it's a very different vibe, but it's the same card.
It is.
You know, and the doggo is still there.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
You're never alone.
Do you want to talk about this one then?
This is the after tarot. So what's happening after when the Fool steps off the cliff? And again, you can, you know, interpret it many ways. But to come back to what Kiri said in the beginning with the backpack or the whatever you call this, like that it is falling. I can't remember what you said now. You said something about like...
I think I just called it a sack or something. Yeah. I don't really know actually.
Oh, yeah. You talked about like leaving like the past, or, you know, the hurt in the past, like whatever is in the backpack because you don't need it, you know. Also because that he is sniffing to the flower. So he's actually, you know, whatever chaos the Fool has around him, he's like, everything's going to be fine.
Yeah, he's letting it go.
Yeah,
you know.
Exactly.
It's gonna be fine. It's very much that mentality, right?
It is.
You know, what will be, will be.
Exactly.
You know? Yeah. Which is also very beautiful. Yeah. Should we talk about... Should we move from, like, closest to this to furthest from this? Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, these two are very much the same.
Yeah.
Like, these two are pretty much the same, apart from the fact that they're stepping off the ledge here.
And and one is a bit more dark and one is a bit more light and happy. Because, you know, there's a lot of growth on this.
A lot of positive, very bright.
Yeah.
And, you know, of course the artist always, you know, interprets each arcana differently and in their own way, and that's why we get, like, different different depictions, and it's gonna be wildly different from the beginning.
Oh yeah.
As we move through these, but these are pretty much the same, apart from the fact that here the fool is stepping off the ledge.
Yeah.
So here he's on his way, as opposed to like in the first one, he's actually still on the ledge.
Yeah.
And you can also sort of interpret that.
Yeah. Another thing with this one is that you can see the moon. So I remember from the book that there's something about like the moon circle, like a month.
Oh yeah, there's the moon in this one and the sun in the other ones.
You also see it there.
Yeah, the moon, but this is like the sun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's
so. There's something about the moon circle, or a month. You know, like the journey can take a month, or you're learning a lot in a month.
Yeah,
which is interesting. Also, he's very happy. You know, in that picture, he's like, wee-hoo!
There's no doggo either.
No, he's by himself.
It's the only picture we have with no doggo.
But he's guided by the moon, so he's guided by the unseen.
There's a snake.
Oh, there is a snake. That's interesting. So that can also maybe be a spirit guide, you know.
Yeah.
But it can also be careful for sneaky people, or you know.
Yeah.
It can be many things.
Yes. So, we also have this one actually.
Yeah, and we have that one. I think that's the only ones that's like normal, but not really.
Yeah.
You know.
Like this one, we still have the same. Like this is the same sort of energy still.
Yeah.
You know, there's not really much more to tell about this card.
But you can see the sun. You can see a lot of clouds.
Mm-hmm.
And the clouds are a lot of with your subconscious mind.
Yeah.
And then we have this one. Again, we have the moon in this one and the zodiac signs.
Yeah.
And I remember that this one is like that you can juggle many things at once.
Oh,
on
okay.
your travels.
So it actually does have a little bit of different meaning, this one, compared to... Yeah. Okay.
A little bit.
That's cool. So this one has a little bit more calmer energy. This is from the Good Tarot. I guess in general, all the cards have a bit more calmer energy and a bit more, you know...
Yeah.
It's very light colors and stuff.
It is. I love that deck so much.
Yeah. The energy is very much the same in the card, though, as it is, you know, in the classical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With
yeah.
Like a spirit guide or angels are calling for you to take the steps.
To take the steps, yeah. The idea is the same, it's just depicted differently.
Yeah.
But that's also like a thing about the tarot, that depending on what deck you have, it will, you know, it will speak to you a little bit differently.
It will, yeah.
Which is really cool, I think.
It is.
And that's why, we're going to talk about that at some point. That's a whole thing about buying your own tarot deck and this and that.
Yes.
It's a whole discussion.
Again, this is a series. We are here to stay.
We are here to stay, yeah. We're going to be here for a while. So,
yes.
Yes. Yeah. So...
We just did a twin thing.
So here we have it. This is one of the decks you have used a lot on your channels.
Actually, that one is most.
You have also used this. I've seen it a lot.
Oh yeah, but not as much as I'm slacking a little bit.
As that one over there.
Yeah.
You are not slacking, girl. You are almost posting daily.
Yeah.
Stop.
Clap myself on the shoulder.
Stop.
Bold.
Yeah. But what I wanted to say was just this is very different compared to, like, it has a different vibe than, you know, the classical.
It does.
For several different reasons. Firstly, because, like, she's in front of the door. So for me, like, I feel like this is new beginning, but it could be interpreted as more like a forced new beginning.
Yeah.
Because, like, she's backed up against the door.
Yeah.
You know, she doesn't have any free air. She doesn't have any possibility to move back and move. Like, she has to step forward and has to, you know, step into the world with the new beginnings.
It also has the energy of having been through a lot.
Yeah. She's very serious.
Yeah.
Like, she's ready for this journey and she does not have another choice.
No. And she's traveling, like, comfortable. Like,
yeah.
You know, I like that a lot.
Yeah. So it's like same, again, same, but different. And that's what's so cool about using different tarot decks.
Yeah.
Compared to what kind of reading you're doing.
Exactly.
Or even mixing them up, you can do that as well.
Yeah. I do that with the pick a pile a lot.
Yeah, me too. We can actually put these two side by side and you can really tell how different they are.
I trust the journey, yeah.
Yeah. Because like the trust card is very about moving freely and moving, you know.
Yeah.
Moving by your own will and your own accord and moving because it's something you want to do. Whereas new beginnings is more like forced.
Yeah, it's like you do need because the door is closed.
You need to do this because the door behind you is closed and no turning back. But this one is more like, you know, you do it because you want to. Trust the journey.
You're free!
You're free, yes. And then we're moving on to the two last categories we have. The ones that's like almost completely different. And then we have the animals.
Yeah.
Because interpreting the animals, I feel like can be difficult depending how drawn you are to a deck.
Yeah.
Should we just start there? This is a deck that I think you should talk about because I don't have this deck and it's a little intimidating to me.
Yes. With this little chicken, little bird.
Is it a chicken?
I don't know what it is.
I think it's a little duck.
A little duck.
Duckling.
Yeah. Like, you know, they need a little push so that they can fly. So this is a new beginning. And this is also like, will I fall? Will I fly? You know, what is going to meet me?
Yeah.
But it is this like little gentle push.
Right.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
It is. And it is funny because like Kiri said, it is
intimidating. It's like in the circles of tarot, like when you talk about the wild unknown is like the deck where you're like, you know, because it can be very difficult to interpret.
It can.
Like I feel like once you know it, like it's probably like amazing.
It
but, like,
is.
Getting there is like a journey in and of itself.
It is.
I feel like it's.
I had to really learn the tarot before that I jumped into that deck.
Yeah. Like people having that as their first deck, I cannot even imagine.
No.
Yeah. I talked to a girl actually that had the Wild Unknown as a first tarot deck.
Whoa.
Like she's a really good reader now, but like it's so impressive.
yeah, because you do really need to. Yeah.
Like you jumped in head first, like no holding back.
Yep.
Okay. Let's talk about the second animal card we have. This is from the 5-cent tarot.
I love that deck.
And it's called the Fool, and the frog in this represents like a spirit guide, and it's like rebirth, a new beginning, and that kind of stuff. And in the bottom here we actually have the grasshopper. I don't know, it's a little hard to see, but there's a grasshopper there that represents like the inner voice, and you know, listening to your intuition and listening to what you're feeling and stuff like that. So it's very much taking the leap based on your feelings and your intuition, and that's what, you know, it's about in the 5-cent tarot.
I love it.
Yes. The last pile we have is, you know, these very like emotional kind of, you know, I feel like they're very, very emotion driven cards in general. You know, they're very gentle.
Yeah, they are. Believe in yourself, listen to your heart, do what gives you joy.
Yeah. And embrace your true purpose, begin a new adventure, trust yourself.
Yeah.
So same energy as, you know, it's the same energy as the Rider-Waite, but it's just a little more gentle.
Yeah, exactly.
So this would be a good deck if you want the message but gentle.
Yeah.
And one of these decks.
It's actually one of the first decks that I got. Like, yeah. Before that I got like the real old G tarot.
The OG tarot. Yeah.
Yes.
But it is good. It is good. It's very gentle deck if you have someone you feel like needs like just a gentle boop.
Boop.
Because even though I don't even think there is a death card. Is there? Like a tower card?
Here in the
like
Fool?
in the
yeah,
no, not in the Fool, no.
There should be. I actually can't remember. Well, we are going to get to.
We will find out
when
we
tower,
get there.
So.
We will find out when we get there. Yeah. Yeah, but we just wanted to walk you through like what it can mean in different decks and what different interpretation can mean. At the end of the day, you get the best reading from trusting your own intuition. So when we lay this card down next to a different card, we might get something totally different, and that's okay, because it's about trusting your intuition and reading from your intuition.
It is.
Drawing from the books, there's nothing wrong with that, but you get the best reading from drawing from your intuition.
Yes.
Right?
It's a good mix.
Mm.
It's a learning process.
Is there anything that you get from the Fool that you would not get from the books? I'm asking all the hard questions.
No, yeah. Well, I'm really trying to think. Well, the only thing that I don't know. Again, I think that it's a part of the books, but again, the Fool is, you can't get to the world if you don't start with the Fool.
Right.
So it's like you do have to. Face the Fool.
This is very much me in spirit right now. Yeah. Taking the leap with this tarot journey on YouTube and this kind of stuff.
It really is. But I would say one thing is that it's also about taking responsibility for the past.
Yeah.
That's a thing. Big thing.
Yeah.
But
that's actually, I don't think that's actually a part of the books, but I get why you get that vibe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's a part of the manifestation.
Yeah.
But again, it's a part of the journey.
Yeah. I feel like in a big thing about the Fool in most of these cards, the Fool is about to take the step but have not actually taken the step yet.
Yeah.
So, like, you would often interpret that as, like, you're about to, and you're, like, apart from, maybe the after tarot where he's, like, off the ledge.
Yeah.
But apart from that, most of these are, like, you're about to.
Yeah, exactly. Don't
maybe
be afraid.
At least the people cards.
Yeah. The Fool brings a journey and the Fool brings lessons.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I guess that's it for this card.
I think that's it for the Fool, yeah.
Yeah. And we are going to jump straight to... What is it?
The Magician.
The Magician!
Yes.
And that is going to be on Kiri's channel, so jump over to her channel. We are doing a tick, 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 tick.
Yeah.
So, again, the playlist is going to be a part of our... What do you call that?
Channels, yeah.
Yeah, if you are in the front of our channel, what do you call that?
Yeah, if you go to our channels, it's gonna be in the very front, so you can see. Like, just click on that, and you're gonna watch them alternate, so you don't have to go back and forth between our channels.
Nope.
Yeah.
But with that, I'm going to say thank you guys so much for watching. Again, jump over to Kiri. Remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.